Okay, now you can hear me. Whoever you are, wherever you are, your name is probably Daniel. Okay.
He said something about Zoom, but
So, before we do anything else, let's start with questions you know you have from the practice test.
the graphing ones.
The graph. So, give me something specific.
Let's just go with number 6.
Oh, and I actually didn't mention this. You're not going to have one like that on the test. There's no way. Not a thing. There's no way that I'm going to give you a solve a system of inequalities or equations by graphing because I think that's stupid.
I think so too. Thank you so much.
It's dumb. There's no reason to solve it that way. Now I might have you graph something, but I'm not going to have you solve a system by graphing. It's too imprecise and a pain, and I have to think too much, and it takes me too long to grade the stupid thing. And you're never going to do it in real life ever.
Cool. So we don't have to do them.
So we're not doing graphing. You might have some like that, but it'll be not by graphing. I might say graph this system of inequalities. I probably will say that. That I might do.
So 5.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Yeah.
That one's like easy, y'all.
I know.
Super duper easy.
Very easy.
So on the multiple choice. If I give you, I probably will give you a problem like that, but it won't say multiple choice. It'll say graph this system of inequalities, and you'll have to draw one of those pictures, or whichever one is correct. Easy peasy. So, what's the difference between A, B, C, and D?
The shaded part.
The shaded and whether they're dotted, right? So, which one should be dotted? The one that crosses at has a y-intercept of 3, or the one that has a y-intercept of 5? Look at the equations, buddy.
5.
The 5. How do you know that? Because it's not equal to. Are you seeing the equations? Because I see you shaking your head. Do you see which one is equal to and which one is not equal to?
Right.
Okay, good. So the one that's not equal to would be the dotted one. Okay. That may have been a day you missed because you missed a day or two, right? That may be why you're a little more confused. But that part's easy. Does that part make sense? Good. Okay. So the one it crosses at 5. So which ones can we cancel out because of that? A. Good. It's not A. Done. So should it be below that line or above that line? Below that line because it's less than, right? So which one or ones can we cancel out because of that?
D.
D. It's not D. Because that one's above that line. Okay? Now, should it be above or below the other one?
Above.
It's also less than, isn't it? So less than would not be above, it would be below.
So the B. So B for below.
So what we have here, let me kind of give a half-hearted sketch. So we have this, and then we have this. Something like that, right? So we just said it's got to be below this one, right? So the other one. It's got to be below that one too, because it's less than as well, right? So that would be this part. So this should be our shaded region, because it's below this one and below that one. So the answer is B. Does that make sense to everybody? Does it?
Yeah.
Good.
This part right here shaded.
Because it has to, so in order to be the solution to the system, it has to be both be true. So it's only where it's both true. So only this part.
Cool. I don't know how to solve.
You don't know how to do number 1? Is that what you said?
That one was so confusing.
Yeah, number 1's great. Let's do number 1. So it says using either substitution or elimination. I may or may not give you that kind of option. I may say solve this one using elimination, or I might say or. I don't know. We shall see. Depends on how I feel and what makes more sense when I'm writing it. It doesn't really matter. You should be able to do both.
I think I eliminated it.
Okay. So looking at number 1. Okay.
I don't know. I substitute. That makes no sense.
Equals x plus 4 and x plus y equals negative 12. So they give us the option to solve this one with substitution or elimination. If I was making this test and I was telling you how to solve it, I would say solve it by substitution. So let's do it that way. So if we're going to solve this one with substitution, what would we do first?
We would plug in x plus 4 for y.
Does that make sense, Nate?
No, x.
No, I like doing that.
No, x plus. X.
Oh, I did subtract. Just y equals.
Yes.
Plus 4, so I can just do.
Wait, what? But then it would be x plus 4. Yep.
Yes, it would be.
And you have 2x.
So y plus x plus 4.
You mean x plus x plus?
Yeah. Well,
Yes, I did mean that. Thanks. Trying to keep you on your toes. OMG. Now what should we do, kiddos?
Collect like terms. 2x
Collect
equals
like
negative. No. 2x equals negative 16.
So you subtracted the 4 off as well. Sounds like a great idea to me.
no, you're not skipping.
It's just doing it all at once.
Yeah.
If you will write the intermediate steps, especially if you'll do it in a different color, it'll be less confusing. You can get away with it. Now what?
2 by 2.
I probably wouldn't let my Algebra 1 students do that.
Negative 8.
Combined steps like that.
Yes, but our brains are more developed.
Yeah, and theoretically, you have more experience. Theoretically.
Theoretically.
We're supposed to. Okay, and then we substitute. No, that's it. X. No.
That's not it, but yes.
To get y. So
We do got to get y.
Oh, negative 8 into the other equation for x. No, you just put it there. So then you get negative.
You can plug it into either one.
Negative x plus.
I'd plug it into that one.
Yep.
But either way, you'll get the same answer either way. But that one's already solved for y.
Negative 4.
It is negative 4. Does that make sense, Nate?
Yep. Yes.
Good.
Which way do you think is easier, subtraction or substitution?
You talking about elimination or substitution?
Elimination.
It depends on the problem. Like this one's set up for a substitution. Easy peasy.
I mean, but if you use the x.
You could, yeah, and then you do it by elimination, and you get the same one. That'd be fine. Probably it's about the same number of steps, honestly, on this particular problem, because of the just the way it's laid out.
How did you do number 2?
I did elimination.
Me too.
I did negative 2 for the 3x.
I've had many students who only ever use elimination if given the opportunity, if given a choice. I mean, I have lots of students that think elimination is if they just memorize that one thing, then they can do it at however they want. I happen to prefer Kramer's rule on a 2x2 system because it's fast and clean and neat.
Well, like
Determinants.
Oh, no. Oh, what is that? The determinants.
I can guarantee you will have at least one 2x2 system where it says solve using Kramer's rule. That will be on the test. I will guarantee, like 21 and 22. Actually, 22 is a 3x3. You won't, well, yeah, like I say, if you have a 3x3 system, which you probably will have one, it won't tell you how you should solve it.
Oh, Kramer's rule is like
The determinants.
Oh, the one where you
like the lines like this and that. I don't like that.
where you like.
You don't like it for a 3x3 because it's
I like yeah.
okay, fine.
3x3 is really fun.
All right. So which one do we want to look at next?
Wait, well, 10. How else would you solve that?
Which one?
Like A3 by 3? Yeah, 10. Without using Cramer's rule?
You could do it with substitution or elimination. Or you could do it with inverse matrices.
Oh.
If you were to do Cramer's for this one, how would you do that? Would you have to bring the x back?
You'd have to have negative x plus y equals 4 and x plus y equals negative 12. And then you'd find the three determinants and
Negative
divide them and done.
1, 1. Negative 1, 1, 1, 1.
And 4 and 12.
I know, but those are
Yeah, so the first one would be, negative 1, 1, 1, 1. The second one would be 4, 1, negative 12, 1. And then the third one would be negative 1, 4, negative 12. Oops, you're right. I was looking at too many things at once. 1, negative 12. So you'd find the determinants, divide them, and be done with your life.
This would be easy because there's a bunch of ones.
It's true.
Oh, so you'd multiply?
Yeah, so remember to find the determinant. You do negative 1 times 1.
Which one? There's the other ones.
These one.
Okay.
Minus
1 times
1 times 1. I wouldn't even write all that out if it were me. I would just, do it. So you'd end up with negative 1 minus 1, which equals negative 2.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, 2.
Because math.
Because math.
And then you'd end up with 4 minus negative 12, right? Which would equal 16.
Negative?
Positive. Ka-chink, ka-chink, remember?
Oh, and then you
The
put
ones
negative
just
2.
keep them the same. So you just
And then positive 12 minus 4, which would equal 8. And then for the x part, you would divide 16 by negative 2, which would give you negative 8. And for the y part, you would do 8 divided by negative 2, which would equal negative 4.
Negative 8. There we go. We did it.
Negative 8, negative 4. Clever.
Good job, people.
This particular problem is still easier with substitution. But a big, ugly one, I would do that with Kramer personally. A lot of people do it with elimination, but a big, ugly one that I'm going to have to multiply by all kinds of ugly stuff, I'd do it with Kramer's rule if it were me.
How do you know? Is that Cramer's rule?
Yes.
Yep.
That's Kramer's rule right there.
And then with like a 3 by 3, so where you go, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So there will be one where you have to solve by Kramer's rule. There will also be one where you have to solve using inverse matrices, 2 by 2. Which is not, there's not one, there is ones where you have to find the inverses on the practice test, but I don't see any on the practice test where it says solve this system doing it that way.
Yeah,
so how do you know which one is X and
your place.
X is first and Y is second.
no, but
So the one that you replace, so since these we replace the X's, this is X. And since here we replace the Y's, this is Y. Great question. Great question. Yeah. Good. What else from the practice test?
Are you gonna have a word problem on this test?
Yeah, 10.
I bet you'll have one.
What? No. 2.
Yeah.
You should just not.
Especially when they're mixing money and time. I don't understand.
If I don't have either of those things, that's just.
It's like 100 and then you have 60 now.
So 10, huh? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Numero 10. Poquito. ¿Por qué no? Downtown. Okay. Sierra King is a nail technician. She allots 20 minutes for a manicure and 45 minutes for a pedicure in her 7-hour workday. No more than 5 pedicures can be scheduled each day. The prices are $25 for a manicure and $45 for a pedicure. If she must schedule both procedures, how many of each should Miss King schedule to maximize her daily income? What is the maximum daily income? What?
I just use straight up logic for this.
The answer is 7 manicures and 5 pedicures. In case you actually tried it and want to check your work.
Really? Say that again. How many minutes?
7 manicures and 5 pedicures,
Wait.
according to the key. Let's do the problem.
What?
Four
That makes
pedicures,
no
12
sense. No, that's not what I
manicures.
got. Because
Wait, say that one more time. The answer?
7 manicures and 5 pedicures. $445.
because you can only have 5 pedicures, so then I guess you got to fill up the rest of your time. Yeah.
That's true.
That's like
Yeah,
Okay.
but you make more money by doing 4 pedicures and 12 manicures.
So, what am I writing?
Why did I do it by chance?
20 minutes
Sorry.
for a manicure.
I don't know.
45 minutes for a pedicure.
You've got 420 minutes worth.
And 7-hour workday, which converts to, you just said, 420 minutes.
That was my thought.
Oh my gosh, teaching high schoolers. It could be worse. You know what's really funny about teaching junior high? And I have junior high this year, but they're homeschool junior high, so it's a little different. But teaching junior high is like they think they get those kind of jokes, but they don't, so they use them, and then it's dumb. So it's quite funny.
Are you referring to Garrett or to like Noah King?
I'm referring to people, to junior high in general. I'm referring not to anybody in particular. That's not a thing. Okay, so where were we? No more than 5 pedicures. 5 P max.
That gets you the most money. So,
Yeah.
You got the rest of your time.
That's like basically all I did.
Can we schedule you dates? The prices are $25 for a manicure.
Yeah, I did. I was like, you can only fit 7 more, so I guess that'll be okay. I was like, I don't know.
And $45 for a pedicure. Yeah, but they have nasty feet.
Yeah, I want one.
If she must schedule both pedicure, both procedures, how many of each?
Are you sure about
Yeah,
that?
I mean, I was
Because then someone would have 2, the other person would have 1.
Okay, so we have 2 variables, right? So we need 2 equations. We need to build a 2x2 system, right? Right.
Correct. Woohoo.
Okay, good.
Pedicures, feet, manicures, and I'm guessing. Hand is it like mono?
It's mono.
Yeah. So
And arm is brazos.
and then head is cabeza.
Okay, so what should we do?
Use your cabeza.
Cabeza de vaca, head of the cow, was also a famous person in Texas history. You were not a famous person.
Somebody give me an equation. Somebody tell me something.
Who knows?
I didn't ask anybody to know anything. I asked y'all to tell me something.
How about this? 420 equals.
No, 5 times 45.
I don't know. 20.
Let's try that.
Woohoo, yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
My brain, my cabeza.
No. How did you get that?
I just said random stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Quit. Stop it. Somebody slap him.
Nobody is close enough.
Sometimes saying random stuff gets you the right answer.
Why did you put that? It makes sense to me too.
Really?
Yeah, so tell me how you got that. 'Cause you didn't say random stuff. Random stuff would have said, right chicken. Okay? That would have been random. This was not random. Where did you get that from?
420 minutes and 20 minutes.
Yeah, so from all the minute bits, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. What other equation could we write?
5 is the money
No, we figured that out,
less
and then we
than equal
multiplied.
to.
Yeah. So then, why are we doing
Why
it?
is that? Let's just do.
Why don't we just
5M.
multiply p times 5?
P times 5.
And then you would get,
We get 5. I don't know. What would you get? P times
no,
5.
no, no. 45 p times
45. What the?
5. No. P, what? 45 p times 5. 5 times 45.
Hey, you should
Oh,
maybe
wait.
not do a
No, that
word
that
problem.
You mean like this? Is that what you really mean? Okay, let's do it. What's 45 times 5?
It's,
But we
I
can't
figured
just
it
do
out.
that. We have to finish the problem.
Probably.
225.
What?
225.
225.
I don't concur.
I do. Is it right? Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
right.
Yes, I can kind of try. You're right. And then plus 25M. Oh, what?
What'd you say? Plus 25M? Is that what you said?
I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
You
Why
put
not?
equals. Wait, no,
No,
you're
plus-
bad. You put equals, so I'm guessing no.
I'm writing what he said.
No,
That doesn't make
I
sense.
said no.
It does make sense. It absolutely makes sense. Where'd that come from?
The other.
Where did you get this from?
Money.
Yeah, the dollars. Where'd you get this from?
Ow.
No, the 45. Where'd you get the 45 from?
Money's down there with
45 minutes. The minute?
45. That's not minutes.
That's not minutes.
Could
That's
be
money.
minutes. It could be
Money.
minutes.
It could be minutes, but it's not minutes.
Not minutes, sorry.
It's dollars. Money.
It's dollars.
Oh,
Money.
okay.
Because that goes with P and the 5P goes with 5. So we have to do something with the other one. So it's going to get back.
Now,
But what would
wait.
that be?
You're not lost. You're the same place as the rest of us. Stop saying those lies to yourself. You're the same place as all of us.
You're in this room right now.
What would you put it equal to?
Okay, now what?
What would
I don't
you-
know. I'm listening to what y'all are saying.
I'm asking you though.
Daniel is lost now. He has no idea where we are in this map.
Daniel probably is quite lost. He hopefully is in bed sleeping. Probably.
Do we just do like
He's the kind of
another
sick person that
variable
just
for
isn't
how much money you get?
and
Just
comes
add,
Because we don't
just
know.
keep adding 25 to that total, and then.
What if so we're saying we're plugging 5 in for P, right?
Yes.
What if I plug it in this equation?
Sure.
Okay, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Say what happens.
Is that P?
Then you
Does
get.
that equal P?
That's what you're saying equals P.
What
Yeah,
equals
because we
P?
did X of 5.
Because we said 5. We said 5 equals P. That's where y'all got this 5 from. Yes?
Yeah, 5.
Yes. Okay. Squirrely whirly. I may put it back in a minute. I don't know yet. But
What if you forget it?
y'all have it written down.
I don't know it down.
Well, okay. You're going to have to come up with it again then, I guess.
25 times P, we just got that.
Oh, look. Look at y'all whiny heinies.
Boom.
Now what?
Now solve for M.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Minus 2 to 5. Okay, add in there.
What's 420 minus 225?
Oh, like
195.
205. Something like that.
It's gonna be less.
I've heard 2 different numbers. Quick.
Alright, wait, hold on.
Get your calculators out and test your brain theories. Sanity check.
195.
180.
Are you the same person that just said that?
Yep.
Okay, well that's not useful. I need somebody else to say it. Oh, okay.
180.
What?
What?
That's the number
We
that
got
came
that.
out of my
It's
gut.
195.
195.
Thank you.
Finally got it.
You're wrong.
Wait, what numbers are we doing? I might be wrong.
Yeah, you are wrong.
Ha!
420, yes. That's a good question.
Oh yeah, that gets me 190.
Oh. Okay, good.
195.
Oh, it's still not getting me the right answer. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I'm blaming y'all for my problems because that's more fun.
Okay.
Okay, that works. 195 divided by 9 equals 9.75. That's not helpful.
I know it's not helpful.
What?
Yes, 9.7.
How can we do 0.75, man?
I mean, you could if you want.
Where's my?
Come back tomorrow when
Say.
she's sober. I'll do the other foot. And the other brain.
That's how many years Sally or Sierra has wasted on this job.
So that's. Wait, what?
I could really go for some seafood today.
What? I had diet yesterday.
I would go on a seafood diet where it's just literally just seafood.
No.
I could
No.
I'm on a seafood diet. I
Like
see food.
sushi.
And I eat it.
Yeah, I get that. But I also do a seafood diet where it's just
I
seafood.
could.
So that's how many minutes? How does that?
It's not how many minutes, buddy.
It's
It's how many manicures. This right here is minutes. M is manicures.
Should we take that number and put it into the monies?
Wait, I bet we did something wrong because it's 20 minutes.
She
and
just
it's
have a
25
break.
We're not
minutes.
We'll just do it by 9.
Whatever.
Because she can't do that.
Did I write something wrong on an equation?
7 hours. I don't know. Maybe you didn't. But you can figure it out. That'd be really
Yeah,
good.
she has to have a break.
Up there it's time,
Yeah.
right?
That's what that 0.75 is. That's her lunch break.
15-minute break.
Her lunch break.
Even with that. Yeah, she's gotta have a lunch break, so you have to.
So then it would be 9
She gets 9 minutes.
manicures and 5 pedicures. Is that the right answer?
No,
Wait.
that's not the answer.
What's the right answer?
10.
5 pedicures and
Oh, did we ever finish that problem?
Yeah.
that makes no
I don't
sense.
remember finishing that problem, but I don't know.
You said you were gonna take home and figure out.
It's probably true.
Oh yeah,
But
what was
she
that
did
again?
not. So
But everybody forgot about it. I didn't. I was
I remember
I
that I was gonna do it.
think we were almost figuring it out.
No, I don't think we were even close at all.
No, we were.
You were definitely not
We were so
close.
off. We did not.
Something was
Didn't
wrong
even know
with
what
how
we'd
we
done.
solved it.
Wait, wasn't that also a word problem?
Yep, it was.
We should just not do any word problems ever.
Word
Because we
problems
can't figure this
are
out either.
They just make us fail.
If I make you a word problem, it'll be one that I make up so you can solve it. How's that
but
sound?
we'll still.
The next one doesn't the wording is like
Yeah, I'm not sure
if
what's
you
that.
had like 4 fewer than twice as many second place votes than first place.
Oh,
You-
I hate words like that.
Honestly, that one is probably
Camel.
honest. Then you get a camel.
Wait.
Honestly, that one's probably easier because it's basically telling you how to make the equations.
Right.
What?
Wait, oh yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah,
so
it is.
confusing.
Yeah, let's just scratch all that and go to the
So-
And do number 11 instead.
I've noticed a strange
I think that
trend.
sounds like a good idea.
People who are good at math are bad at word problems.
Yes.
But people who are so people who are bad at math are generally pretty good at word problems. But the people who are good at math are bad at them.
Well, that is
I'm
bad.
As
though.
in they can do the other stuff.
That
Like
is
these
bad.
And then there's
but
those.
then they
That
get to
is
this
not
stuff.
That statement shows a misunderstanding of what real math is. But I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying.
Wait, are we just gonna skip?
For now.
Yes.
Probably
because
forever.
I'm not smart enough to do it.
First freshman to win the
I
Heisman
need
Trophy.
simple
Players
size.
give 3 points for every
Simple size
first
is
place.
And my
3.
model for people who are
for first.
And my girlfriend and my brother for people who are good. So it's a very tiny sample.
2 points for every second
For the most part,
place.
it's consistent.
And 1 point for every third place. Okay? Manziel. Who knows? Manziel received 820 votes, 892 votes for first.
Okay, I don't get the points versus the votes part. That makes yeah.
So if you got 892 votes for first, you do 892 times 3. Yes? Okay.
Wait, what? Sorry, one more time.
This is the points thing. I'm not there yet.
Wait, it's backwards. There's 1 third, 2 seconds, and then there's 3 firsts.
First is worth 3 points.
Oh, point.
Thank you.
Okay.
He received 892 total. So his first points plus his second points plus his third point thing equals 892.
What?
Right? That's how many votes?
Is there different ways to solve this?
Probably.
Wait, wouldn't that equal? Actually, wouldn't that actually equal 229? No.
No, because that's how many total points you got. So
No.
3 first
Those are votes.
plus 2 second plus 1 third
Wait, what?
equals 20,092, right?
Yes.
Yes. That makes
Except I wrote that wrong, didn't I? I had a bit of dysgraphia momentarily.
29.
Okay.
My sister's got.
And then that last equation is the one where it's just a word equation. If he had 30 fewer than twice as many second place, so 2 times second minus 30 as first place votes equals F.
Equals AF.
Look, that one's a nice easy one.
Yay. No, it's not.
How many votes did he receive for each place? Yeah, it is, because that one's only got 2 variables.
No. What? Wait, so that's.
Wait, so what are the other ones?
That's the system. Now we got to solve it.
What?
Whoa.
Is this like a 3x3 or something?
It is a 3 by 3.
Or is it a 4x3?
No, that's terrible.
This is frustrating me.
What? Stop! Stop it right now. When y'all do that, your brain shuts down and you don't learn. Stop it. Stop it right now. If you have a real question, ask it. Goobers.
Where did 25 and 30 from? So the F is every.
Where did the 25, buddy?
20s.
That's 2S.
So F is
Because
for
it's that last sentence where that came from. Twice as many second place votes.
So 4 minus
30.
2S?
Do you see that there? Does that make sense now? Okay, good. That is what we do.
I'm just a little dyslexic.
That's possible.
I mean, it looks like a 5.
Well, no.
That's how I get
Okay,
it.
so do we understand where all the 3 equations came from?
Sure.
Because that, when we do, no, don't tell me sure. Stop it. Stop it right now.
Sure, it's a good idea.
Boys are driving me crazy. I think we'll kick them out and just have a class of girls. Okay.
I don't think you should be going boy crazy right now. You're married.
I think you're confusing. Okay, now, do we understand where these equations came from? Because this is the hardest part, is getting the equations. Well, look at the problem and tell me, do we understand where these equations came from?
Where did the first one come
Good.
from?
From that second sentence. Third sentence.
F stands for every.
First place. Yes.
But 892 is the votes.
The total votes. This last one from that very last sentence, where it says if he had 30 fewer than twice as many second place.
4 fewer than twice as many second place votes.
Where are you getting 4 fewer?
If he had 4 fewer than twice as many second place votes.
Mine says 30.
That was 30.
Mine says 4.
This is 4 too.
What does
If
yours
he had
say?
Okay, so that's probably we've seen that before. It's probably some weird addition or printing difference. So if you were doing yours, don't worry, the test will all be the same. Calm down. If you were doing yours, then this would be a 4, right? If there are 4 fewer than twice as many, right? But let's pretend like yours says 30, like mine does.
Wait. It says if you had four if you had 4 fewer than twice, so yours is you had 30 fewer than twice as many second place votes as first place votes. Does yours say as first place?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That's where the equals F comes from.
No, what? Equals
As first place votes. That's where the equals F. So he has this 30 fewer than 30 fewer than twice as many second place votes as first place votes.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now, we should solve this thing.
We should.
Okay. How should we do it?
Let's do 3
Kramer.
by 3. No,
Using the Kramer's
substitution. Substitution first. Because F equals. Boom. Started like that.
If it were me, I would use substitution, but
Yay.
we can do whatever y'all want to do.
Sure,
I'm
substitute.
using sub.
Okay.
So, what are we going to substitute?
F. I mean, 2.
This for F, we're going to put it in the first one or the second one?
First one.
First one would probably be easier.
Yeah.
Then we have 2F minus 4 plus S.
Put 30, it's going to confuse you. Pretend like you're reading out of my book. Okay, we should before we do anything else, we should probably clean this guy up, right? Very good. So how are we going to do that? I'm going to clean up this equation, make it simpler.
Why don't we just solve it?
We can't fully solve it, but we can clean it up.
-5 plus S plus 2 equals.
Nate, where are you getting -5, buddy?
Oh, I'm still reading that as 25.
Oh,
So it would be
it's an S.
So -30 plus 3S.
no plus 30.
We got to combine like terms, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
so 3S.
We'll go ahead and add 30 to both sides as well. How's that sound? Is that everybody following that much?
Sure.
3S plus T equals whatever that is.
Which is 922?
Yep.
Okay, now what?
Now what?
We solve for T. Oh, no, wait, no.
Now we. Oh wait, now we. Now we're stuck. No, now
We're not stuck.
Now we substitute 25 minus 30
Wait, we have
to the
3.
other equation, and then we use the
2S minus 30.
2S.
Now you got her doing it. You did say 25.
Then we put it in the other one, and then we substitute. I mean, then we eliminate.
Wait.
Is it
Substituting.
Wait, why do we still have? Oh wait, okay, yeah.
It's 3S. So I'll fix that in a second. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
Wait, it's 3.
It is 3S, right?
Yeah.
Because 2 plus 1, I accidentally wrote 30.
What?
When you combine like terms, you get
3S?
3S, not 30S.
Not
I
either.
accidentally made a mistake.
No, it's 35.
So wait, whenever
Sure,
you're trying
another,
to solve
like, term.
We're doing this blue bit. We're plugging that in there. Plugging it for F right there as well. So 3 times 2S minus 30 plus 2S plus T equals 2029.
Plus 1.
Yeah, 1T, which is yeah. I just dropped the 1, but you can leave it if you prefer.
Okay.
What should we do first here?
Distribute.
Distribute sounds like a grand plan. 6s minus 90 plus 2s
Just kidding. 2s.
Equals the 2029.
plus t equals 2029.
Now let's do the s's combined and then
By like
minus 90. Like terms and then minus plus 90.
Why are you saying minus? Trying to trick me.
Because I saw the minus.
8s plus t equals
2. Yep.
What should we do now?
Now we substitute now we
Combine those two together.
yeah.
Okay, so now we've got a 2 by 2, right?
Multiply 1 minus.
So, how do you want to solve that?
8s. Why do you have 8s?
From this one?
Wait, why don't you have 3s?
That's this one.
Why
This-
is it 9?
This one is 6s plus 2s, which is 8s.
Why isn't it? Because it's 6s plus 3s.
Why would it be 6s plus 3s? I'm confused.
Because we distributed the 3.
Oh, we already did that.
Is it not 2s?
Yeah, it was.
But 3 times 2 is 6, though. Because we distributed.
Well, if I use both of the types of 2s, so the 922.
Yeah, I'm so cool. How do y'all want to solve this one?
Like,
Elimination.
just
Sure.
Kramer's rule.
No.
the first one is capital too.
I would honestly do it with substitution, but we can do elimination. Sounds great to me. Solve them both for t.
Yeah.
But you could do, but either way. So we're gonna do what to do it by elimination?
Multiply the top by 1.
Sounds great. Let's do it. Multiply the top times -1.
No change sign on.
So -3s minus t equals -922.
Oh, so get rid of the t.
Guess what? Get a decimal. Then we get a fraction.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So this would be 5s equals, what does that give us?
1,000.
Now it's 55 equals.
No.
That's
5s.
1,907. No, 1,197. 1197.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I would be annoyed if we wrote that last equation wrong.
239.4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which tells me that we wrote that last equation wrong because the other two are right.
As I thought, nowhere. How did we write it wrong?
I don't know. Let's go back and look at it.
Which one?
Are you
It's
sure?
got to be the third equation because the other two are right.
How about the top one though?
Why would the top one be wrong?
Looks shifty.
Looks shifty to you. If he had 30 fewer than twice as many second place votes as first place votes.
Like, why would those equal? Why would the first place equal the votes? Like, why would
What are you crying about?
the first, second, and third out of those? Why would that equal votes?
Because if you take the number of first place votes you got, plus the number of second place votes you got, plus the number of third place votes you got, you get the total number of votes you got. You know, the first two are definitely right. There's nothing wrong with the first two. Unless I copied something down wrong. It'd be, you know, it'd be really funny if it was that it was a typo in my book and it was supposed to be 4. That would be stupid. That would be dumb and funny. You know, and it. I bet you would. Okay. That's gonna be stupid. Really dumb. Okay. Yeah, yours did too. So let's see if we get the right answer. If that was actually 4, what would that change it to? It would be.
What would be 4? What do you think?
So
If the number was 4 instead of
it would be.
That would be.
9.
Oops. That'd be 6s minus 12 plus 2s plus t equals 29. So that would be 8s plus t equals 2,000 and what is that?
We're getting the same number.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm
do the top one.
the top one.
That's
I'm doing the second one. It doesn't matter. I'll do the other one in a second. Calm down.
What would be 4 instead of what?
Instead of the 30.
The 30 is with the.
Like what your book says.
Mine says. Oh yeah, it says 4.
I bet you that's the problem. That's if that's true, then that's a stupid typo on their part. Jerks, I hate you. Okay. You know, it's the other one didn't have anything like that, did it? The other one was.
I can do that on my book.
Oh, okay. Was that plus 12? That's 30. No, 40. 41. Is that right? 2,029 plus 12.
That'd be 2,000.
Punch it in. 2,029 plus 12.
That's too much work.
2041.
Okay, good. I was right.
Wow.
And then the first equation would be, all right, first equation would be 3s plus t equals 896. So 8s plus t equals 2041. To be difficult, 896 minus 3s equals 2041 minus 8s. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to get something that's usable here. Yes, 5s equals, what's 2041 minus 896?
1,145.
Oh, look at that. That's going to come out even. Stupid typo. 896. 1145 divided by 5 equals, look at that. That's the right answer.
Yeah, that's what I have.
He got 229 second place votes.
Apparently, lots of people are voting for him.
Well, he got 892 total votes. So to finish this problem out, forgetting this middle bit, actually forget all of this.
Oh yeah, now we gotta solve for.
Oh, except that one was right? That one was the ugly ones are the right ones. Okay, so that's how many second place votes. Stupid typo. Yeah, so we were doing everything correct.
He got 466 first place votes.
That's probably true.
Yes, it is true. I'm very smart.
Wow, so humble too.
Well, sometimes.
So how would we finish this problem out? That's what we need to. That's where we need to head now. We're gonna plug that in right there, right?
Yes.
It's faster just to figure out how many first place votes he got. Add first and second.
2 times 229.
That's 25.
Oh, it's oh my gosh. Minus 4. If I give you a word problem on the test, it will be this kind, but 2 by 2. So it'll be ones where the equations are easy to get,
No.
and you can solve it however the heck you want to solve it.
Okay.
It will not be a 3x3 because ain't nobody got time for that. Because I'm not giving you a 3x3 word problem and a 3x3 other thing. It'd have to be like a 5-day test. Okay.
That would be like 3 weeks.
Equals F.
Because it only comes
So what does F equal from that? Punch it in your calculator.
that. Or do it in your brain.
454.
Calculator. 454.
Yep.
454 first place votes.
Yay.
So
And then you take and plug that into this one. And
Or just do
this into this one. Right?
just add those two and subtract
Yes, which is exactly what you're going to do. 54 plus 229 plus the third place equals 800 and what is it?
No,
92.
yeah.
How you doing over there, Emma? You ready to strangle me yet? I could see it in your eyes for a minute there.
209.
3. No, it's 203.
I got 209.
I got 209.
I also got 209.
On 689, I got 683.
Check it. 454 plus 229.
1005.
What?
What?
Did you accidentally add instead of subtract? Probably. Yeah.
No, okay, it's still 683.
No, it's not. 454 plus 229.
683.
No. Unless your calculator decides to have a mind of its own. Well, it would be 683. I wrote it down wrong. But I got it right. You want to know why I got it right? Because I just left everything in the calculator. What are the Y's?
I don't know.
My calculator can go backwards.
683.
You probably
Yep.
put
Oh my gosh, Zach. Don't be a hater.
Mine doesn't have numbers.
It does, actually.
Right.
It definitely does.
It
It doesn't remember anything. It doesn't have feelings. Woohoo, we did it.
Very happy with that button. I haven't done
Add.
that.
I'm going to put, right now, I'm going to put the answer key to this. And then I'm going to do the one for the, in case you want to get extra practice, I'm also going to put the keys to the study guide portion. You do, that is not assigned, but if you want extra practice, that would be a good way to practice. I'm going to put them all on
Are
Moodle.
we doing a test?
I don't think I can get on.
I mean, when are we doing
I don't know.
Next class,
Thursday.
Thursday.
Can I wait till Thursday?
No.
So I have one thing.
This is part of studying. You've been studying. It's the whole point of the practice test.
I never study whatsoever.
That's possible.
Well, I haven't seen your grades, but
I have a 66.
I always study.
oh, I don't know what I have. Probably not great.
I know.
No, I got a 66 in that one that LP got a passing grade.
I would study if I were y'all, but you know, what else?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna study.
Absolutely.
Charlie Brown. You got this, Emily. You can do it. Okay.